Social media at work. The role of Tawny Brown. Background. Tawny Brown managed the claims processing department at a small insurance company which consisted of 12 claims caseworkers and 2 administrative staff. Brown had been managing the department since the company first opened 6 years ago. Her caseworkers worked in an open-concept office at the insurance company's main office. While the layout of the office was often referred to as cozy, the arrangement made it easier for the caseworkers to quietly ask questions with one another while they were working. Since the claims processing department often received highly sensitive information about their clients, the company's senior management had created very clear guidelines about client privacy, security, and employee conduct. These guidelines included instructions about proper internet and email use, personal computer use and password policies, as well as securing client records. The company had grown faster than originally expected in the past 3 years, and Brown felt that she was continuously hiring and training new staff. Brown thought that each new staff member had the client privacy, security, and employee conduct policies explained to them when they started with the company, but she did not do that herself. She knew that caseworkers reviewed and signed the usage, security, and conduct policies each year during their performance evaluations, however, because the signed forms were sent to her for her signature each year. So far as Brown knew, caseworkers had been following the policies with few exceptions. The caseworkers all seemed to understand their responsibilities and the reasons behind the policies. Brown did allow some minor exceptions to regularly occur. She knew the caseworkers occasionally checked their private email accounts and sent messages over social media. Brown regularly did these things herself. On a few occasions, Brown acknowledged during staff meetings that she knew that this was going on and reminded everyone that it was okay if it was during a coffee break, but that was her limit. The last 3 months. 3 months ago, Brown realized that she might have a problem with one of the newly hired caseworkers, Suzanne DuPont, who had been in the department for 9 months. Beginning about 3 months ago, a few of the senior caseworkers began dropping hints to Brown that DuPont was spending as much time on social media as she was in managing her caseload. Brown suspected that there was a problem, but she elected at the time to not bring the issue up with DuPont since she was new to the company and still settling in. The Human Resources Department was responsible for explaining policies and procedures at the time of hiring, but Brown hadn't followed up yet to determine if that training had taken place or if DuPont had any questions. In the last 2 months, stories of DuPont's social media use continued, and the other caseworkers were letting Brown know about it. She decided to take a more active role and began walking by the department's open area unannounced. On occasion, DuPont appeared to quickly begin working whenever she came through, but Brown wasn't sure what to attribute this to and never did see DuPont on any social media sites. With comments about DuPont's actions continuing, Brown decided to ask the IT director if he could monitor a caseworker's internet usage and provide her with a report. He explained that it was rather easy to do and agreed to provide a summary report. Brown indicated which computer she wanted to have monitored and asked if she could see the report after 2 weeks. This morning. Brown received the internet usage report this morning. The report showed that the computer Brown identified had been used to access Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn regularly in the past 2 weeks. While the time spent on these sites varied a lot by day, on average there was 25 minutes a day spent on these 3 websites. Brown reviewed the company's internet usage, security, and conduct policies. Explanations of inappropriate use specifically read that social media were restricted for client privacy reasons. Brown put the files on her desk and sat back in her chair. Time to decide how to handle this.